single thing that you do matters. Every little thing you do, you say, the places you go, the people you talk to, the people who you're in the room with, it all matters. And this blew my mind because I thought like sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'll just go to Family Dollar to pick up a little $1 thing. But you got to think about what you're doing. If I go to Family Dollar versus Target to pick up that little thing, that's two different environments. One environment, it's probably not going to be as high of a frequency as the other. So everything is energy. And I didn't realize how much every little single action throughout the day matters. Like, I went to Target today and I got some mint green tea ice cream. Green tea ice cream. And it was 800 calories. I didn't realize it until I ate the whole thing and flipped over the back. It was 800 calories. Like, that is less than a bowl of chicken and vegetables I would have enjoyed even more. And I was like, why did I do that? And you might just think, oh, just this one time, but that one time matters. It matters. Because this is life. This is the consequence we get to live out as great human beings. We have to live up to such a high standard versus all the other species. All the other species, you know, they can kill each other and call it a day. They don't care. But us, every single thing we do, every little thought we have, it either brings us up or it brings us down. And I'm realizing this now because I'm like, oh wow, like this is real life. Like, I have a mindset, or I used to have a mindset of, oh, I'll just work this little job, you know, to get me by, and then I'll do something else. But that's your life. Like, that's time in your life. You are submitting to a job that you don't like, and you will never get that time back. And that's going to make you who you are in the future, because you're in that job. You're picking up on the energy of the people you're talking to from that job. So that's why we got to choose wisely every single decision that we make in life. And I'll be honest, I never took life this seriously. I thought we were just here to do whatever, you know, and just live. But we're really here to evolve and make the world as best as we can before we leave for the next people that come behind us. And, you know, it doesn't feel good to deliberately stay mediocre, for deliberately not to grow, not to evolve, to keep choosing the same actions over and over that don't get you anywhere. And I'm gonna start like thinking more energetically when I make decisions, even the purchases I make at stores. Like, there's so many cameras in the stores. They can pull up your receipt history. They see you when you walk in. Like, people are noticing the apps you download on the phone, the movies you watch, the things you say. They're always listening. You have Alexa, you got Bluetooth, you got a cell phone, you have any type of camera in your house. People are always listening. They're listening. And now it's like a collective energy that is clearly being communicated. And they're watching, they're listening. I feel like, you know, the universe can definitely hear, see everything about us now. There is no hiding who you are in this day and age. They see every website you go on your phone. They see every food purchase you make. They see every type of food you put into your body. And you're judged from that. You are judged from that. And you have to live by your choices and die by your choices. And so I'm looking at my life and I'm like, those moments where I go to the store and just get some ice cream, that's not good. Even if it's just that one time and I haven't had it for months, it's still not good because you're making a bad choice. Are you choosing something that's going to nourish your body? No, I chose something that is filled with sugar, filled with so many calories that didn't really leave me feeling fulfilled. And then afterwards I was like, oh, it was good in the moment, but didn't really add any vitamins to my body. It didn't add any vitality, any nutrients. And imagine doing that again and again and again and again. We have to be more intentional about every decision we make in life. More intentional about every decision we make in life because it is real. It is real. Who doesn't want to be the best version of themselves? It's natural to move towards going up, being better, pushing yourself. I feel like this even applies more to who you associate with, because when we interact with each other, we're exchanging energy, we're exchanging like micro facial expressions, we're exchanging so many things that we don't even realize. And there's a lot of times where I entertain people just because I was bored or I just wanted somebody around, and you cannot do that. You cannot do that because that picks up like a frequency, and there's this thing that happens to where whatever you entertain, you get more of. And so they're going to be like, oh, okay, she's entertaining this type of person. Let's send more of that frequency because that's what you are, allowing in your life. So, if we want to be the best versions of ourselves, we have to be extremely disciplined about everything. Who we talk to, who we entertain, what websites we go on, what apps we have on our phone, the words that are coming out of our mouth, the thoughts that we are thinking, even the thoughts we are thinking, all of that. The environments we're in, especially, we have to be more intentional about it because, you can work out, you can eat healthy, you can study for a high-paying job, but, once you acquire those things, you'll realize that you've only gone so far. And why is that? Because those little habits that you keep doing. You might be financially stable, but if you still lower yourself to go to Family Dollar instead of, Central Market, you are tapping into, you are, sending out two different energies. You gotta let go of anything that is considered not the best. Of course you want the best for your life, so why wouldn't you choose the best in every single thing? Every single thing. I want to get to the point to where I look at candy and scoff at it and be like, ew, I would never put that in my body. I would never touch that. That has no vitamins, no nutrients. I would never. I love myself too much. Get that away from me. Same thing with alcohol, drugs. Ew. I don't want any druggies around me. I don't want to do drugs. I don't want to see it. I don't like it. I don't want that energy. I don't want that energy. I don't want that energy. And if you want to invite more love, abundance, money, wealth, high vibes into your life, you have to live like that 24/7. You can't, do everything right, take care of your body, focus on your goals, do this, do that, and then pivot and eat trash or go to the store in the hood just to get a discount. Like, what? How do you expect to get riches, but yet you still go into the store in the hood just to get a discount? Come on now, make it make sense. Everything has to upgrade with you. Everything. Every single thing has to upgrade with you. Do you see people who are the richest people in the world still going to Planet Fitness when maybe they were at Planet Fitness when that was all they could afford? But no, that doesn't make sense. Do you know how high they have to go off of their path to go to Planet Fitness from what they're used to or what's more available for them? We have to really think about every single choice we make because it is so important. And I never realized this. I thought it was okay to do, a little that there, a little that there, but it's not. It's not. And I'm so glad I realized how things work. Because it's like whatever you indulge in, engage in, show energy to, more of that is going to show up in your life. You're either shunning it away by not engaging with it, not eating it, not talking to that person, not going to the place, or you're inviting it into your world by eating that thing, making that purchase, watching that television show, whatever it may be, talking to that person, whatever, going to that party. So every decision, I want to be the best version of myself 100%. So every decision I make, I'm going to say, is this what my future self would thank me for? If it's a yes, I'm going to do it. If it's a no, I'm not going to do it. Try it out and let me know what you think about this. I used to dress like really, really well. And I used to have moments where I ate healthy. I made my lunch almost every day. And, that was like clockwork. I ate healthy all throughout that time. I had the best body of my life when I was a news reporter. I was consistent in the gym. And I remember I was working on a Saturday and I was craving chicken wings. And you know what? I told myself that I need to stop eating fast food. Like, I need to stop. Like, that's not who I am. Like deep down, my higher self would never eat fast food. But yet, I was still doing it. So I told myself, I'm craving chicken wings. And I was like, you know what? I'll just go get it. I just say, I would just go get it. Just this one time, right? So I go to Slim Chickens and I walk in the store, right? And this girl tells me, you don't look like you're supposed to be here. And I'm like, no, she didn't just tell me what I was thinking before I came in here. Like, I'm too good to be here. She said, you look like you would go, she said, you look like you need to be at a fancy restaurant. This was a clear message that I need to stop going to places that are beneath me. And I know it might sound harsh to some people. And I know there's like this thing in our culture where people say, oh, you think you too good, you think you're bougie. Yeah, I am. We are too good for certain things, And a lot of people are afraid to make the best decision because it might differentiate them from other people. So what? This is about meeting your higher self. This is about being an energetic match towards your goals, towards the best version of yourself. This is about your life and your path. So we got to do whatever it takes to get there. If it's not eating fast food, not going to fast food places, not going to clubs, not going to bars where everyone's drunk, not talking to certain people who don't have manners or rude, or not being in certain work environments that are just bringing you down and bullying, not, eating junk food, then we will do it. And we have to maintain that vibration at all times, because that one slip up might cause you to go down for a whole week. And then what are you going to do? Self-isolate to get your energy back up and eat nothing but fruits and vegetables and meditate, why sabotage yourself like that when you can just stay on the up and up? So yeah, that happens to me a lot, where I'm like, I want chicken wings, but I don't know if I should really go there. And then I go there, and then people communicate to me why I shouldn't be there. That happens at work. It happens at places where I'm not supposed to be. People I'm not supposed to be talking to will tell them themselves too. They'll be like, you deserve better. And I'm like, wow, I know that. So why am I here talking to you? So yeah, I just think this is great. And, I feel like it's always a telltale sign. You always get the right signs when you make a good decision, and you get, you get remarks and energy that makes you think when you make a bad decision. And when it comes to being the best version of yourself, I think it is black and white. There's no shaky middle ground. You either do it or you don't. So that's my 2 cents on, how every decision that you make matters. Let me know what you think. Bye.